Man, so many. Good morning, everybody. Or David. um, so, I didn't go to bed until pretty late. In my super ultra late night. It is a beautiful Thursday here in Las Vegas with our soon-to-be moving airport. I mean, it is just, and think about, I went to school for engineering and aviation, and if I can hear it, and I'm pretty sure you could put your headphones on and you can hear the rumble, that is a lot lower, right, than how it used to be. Remember you when you were little, and when you would have a conversation, you had to stop, and everyone went like this until it was gone. And I hope you have your coffee. Shout out to my brother, he will be here tomorrow. Even though my morning Java is averaging afternoons, but it's a work in progress. See, I got the name right, morning Java. So many different attributes we can do. So I'm asking my friends, what questions you want to hear, and I will answer it. Might be accurate because I'm doing ad lib, and then you can correct me and say, no, you were way off, because it's all fake, right? So we're just talking. People are asking opinions. You're not going to be like, I'm going to hold your words with such passion because I told you it for the first time. Don't. I say I had okay. Sight and Sound, Jodi Harris. She must be like, oh my God, Dave's full of ideas. I tell her things like ChatGPT is broken, just regurgitating pretty much, whatever. And she looked at me while we were doing this beautiful wedding, Shout out to Jeff. You want the best Elvis. That guy is stellar. Love his style. I will find a video and I'll post it in the community because it's probably posted in my other YouTube channel. For anyone who is seeing a white rabbit, that is just a word game I thought of playing, and I think it's started when I was in a meditation, manifesting mode, and people hit you up and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Check out this TikTok or video, and we do it, we all do it. And I watched a video. It's about a gentleman talking not so favorably to a young woman. And I want you to understand that these are, in my eyes, like, you're half my age. That's my son's age. And he's a man. So, when you're a man, you think different. If you have a message, you can be a wordsmith and say things right, or you can be blunt, disruptive. And there are different types of people who receive different things to wake up, right? And this one was where I don't know, I have to watch the video again. I think it was, he either was saying something or she said something that related to, I think it was, she was relating to being on a yacht. And then the guy he's like, like a wolf, like, oh, I got her. I got her. I know what to say to, you know, and you have to understand people when they're uber excited to just slam dunk a point, you know, it's not real. Just look at it and go, this person is not, and that's it. And you let it go. And but this girl is talking, and I think of other people her age. You know, I have stepdaughters that range all the way up to 27. You know, maybe not 27, but the thing is that these, I'm not gonna say kid. They're women. They're, you know, if you're over 21, you're a woman. You know, you're not a girl. To you know, to perspective on older people, we'll call you a kid, or, you know, when you're young, you might disrespect and call each other, yo, what's up, kid? So she was talking about a yacht, and I've been on a yacht, and they're nice. They're, you know, some of them are like uber expensive. They're like the price of a house if you really think about it, and but it's supposed to be, but for traveling and comfort. And if you go, shout out to Delos and their tribe. They, you know, this guy just he snapped he snapped like 10 years ago, and he's like, I'm getting a boat. Screw these NPC robots, you know, it's traffic, and it just, you know, it's when you just look different and just realize you will be like planning, I'm done, I need like land, and that's not realistic. You can't just get a plot of land and be like, I'm gonna go out there and here's my flag. Doesn't make sense. You know, you gotta eat, you gotta have a lot of skills. You know, you see these people in the YouTube world, in the DIY sector. I really want you to understand, YouTube is a serious phenomenon, and it's not because of YouTube. It's because of awareness. People are recording themselves, and they're just like paying attention, and they go, dang, I need to straighten up. I need to talk better. I need to close my mouth. I need to, you know, I get myself in trouble every day in the most lovely possible way. And we're experiencing the Great Awakening, you know, with a cup of coffee here in Las Vegas. You know, we have Team Nevada, Las Vegas, Henderson, Boulder. I'm waiting for Summerlin to break off and have a, you know, its own name. I mean, look at the downtown Summerlin. I talked with Jodi. Wow, it's like 7 years or more. Anyways, here's another seed nugget. This is like a time record. You know, you have First Friday, right? I think this is gonna be shocking to some people. And when I say shocking is because I have not fully experienced First Friday at all. I mean, have I driven by it and say, I gotta get there so many times? And this universe has been training me to do stuff, and will keep you distracted until you're ready to go do what you got to do. And that's it. You know, your life's not where you want it. Just put a camera and just say, Dave, what's up with you? And then you just bleh. you just I wish there was a camera. Oops, where am I? Inside the middle. They hide those things now. I mean, who likes the conspiracy stuff? I can't get enough of it, but I can't speak it. Well, I can. You know, I'll lose half. I have 5 still subscribers, and I love them. and others who have not hit that ding, subscribe, like, what do they say? Okay. If you do what I'm doing, we'll laugh at each other. We'll critique. We'll keep it's super positive. And when you can see and have fun doing it, that's when it becomes real, because you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself, right? Santos, you know what's up. His channel's been around and he edits. Okay, I'm gonna clip this and send it to you, or tag it and say, here, read this. Your channel, amazing. Everything you're doing is like what I'm doing. Right now, my phone is the observer. I have go to my section in the community, and in the community I want you to just scroll and you'll see what I'm using to put it on there. Super cheap. And do the same thing. The video, what you want to do is you just go into your settings in your phone, and JR, same thing. You have the same phone as me, so go into your phone settings, and on this side, if I'm doing it right, it might be on over here because everything's weird. You're gonna see the Ultra HD 3060, all these other, those are frame rates. So you want to play around with that, and then just move your hand in a decent. I don't want to move this thing because it's gonna take a while for me to set it up, but it all starts with if you're thinking, I don't want to be an amateur doing this stuff, you just gotta mess with your settings and walk forward in a different manner. It's just like life. So you're using the same thing. I'll say it again. Nightstack, right? He had a video that said, when you want to, and he does daily vlogs. I think he was one of the first to do it. So if you can get the concept, what he says, use what you got. Well, I've got a lot of little things that I can put together, and right now it's recording in 4K. I mean, it's 2023. Everything could be amazing if management. The phone is what. How about this? Here's a challenge. Clean your phone. What's his name? Jordan Peterson has a video called Clean Your Room. I know I'm all over the place. Just rewind it, keep up, and tell me where I didn't finish the story. But Peterson has a thing about cleaning your room. And forget about the part of cleaning a room. Your room could be clean, but here's the thought. Look at it and see what you can always do to make it more efficient, more better, more personal, more you. Because sometimes we just got a bed, we got a place we put our clothes when we're working, and then it becomes like a pile, and you clean it in a pile. You're creating an energy of throwing, and the clothes and everything you see, everything you touch. I was talking to my oldest brother's son, Isaac, and we were talking about time travel. We were talking about math. He is a student of life and knowledge, and I'm proud of him, man. He works for NASA. I'll have my brother set up his camera and have him tell you the story of when you're smart and you need to keep moving, and when the world wants to stop you. When you're doing things right, you can talk your way pretty much out of anything. And it's not like you're doing things right. Um, we want to be perfect all the time. So if you can't be perfect, just be your perfect. Be the perfect that version you can be. And that's why I started doing this, because I was feeling a little like, like, what's wrong with me? And I'm over here like, I was about to go and like yell at myself and be like, what the hell? And I noticed that I was doing that and I didn't like it. And it wasn't like I'm not cursing at myself. I really want you to understand that. I'm just saying, like, man, what the hell's wrong with you? And he's like, man, you're not thinking. But it's in such a booming voice in your head. And I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she says to me, she's like, I don't hear any voice. What are you talking about? Maybe it's me. I don't know. I think we all have that little voice. Sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes it's the universe. It's your higher consciousness from the fifth dimension. Stop pretending like it doesn't exist. It's real, and it's communicating with us in a level. Sometimes when you have a friend and they're like, man, I was just thinking the same thing, is because your upper level spiritual is standing next to each other, arm in arm over, going, yeah, they're getting it. And you're having another conversation. So there's so many ways you can get to that, and one of them is meditation. So your seed nugget would be to meditate, and it's not hard. Meditating to me is turning off that's it. You're just turning off the voice. I'm joking when I'm trying to explain it, and in my reality is I'm talking about something, and when I stop talking, you hear it. I hear it just lower, and you don't hear it, but it's like it doesn't stop. So it happened to me, I don't know, very young. It could be, a coping mechanism. It could be, trauma, but it was basically like a drill sergeant. Don't get in trouble. Go over here. Just it was always telling me where to go. And I kind of realized it when I went to Puerto Rico, and you don't know when things are falling apart, when it's like really happening, and you're just running, and the buildings, everything's collapsing, and you gotta jump, and the bridge, whatever. These are just examples. And when you realize that, that there is a higher power of yourself, a God self, whether you want to call it the God or part of a God, or we're part of that in a whole. It's not one big person sitting in the middle of nowhere. Think abstract, Google abstract, and just look at that, and look at the different versions of that, and understand that's what we are. We're just membrane laying next to each other, and we've been doing this mental reality for us to hang out and play Apex. And it's like Apex. It's a game I got into in a relationship with her daughter. It started out with Fortnite. I went to, I think it was her birthday, and I said, "What do you want?" She's like, "I want to play Fortnite." And I was like, well, "Let's go get it." I'm old school, so I'm taking her to GameStop, and we're looking at the wall, and she's like, "I like this," and like it was just me and her. It was our like a stepdad daughter day out, and she's just eyes up looking at things, and I think we had that and something else. I don't know, and. Gotta move that airport. Just kidding. Maybe not. These are options. So she picks out another game, and I'm like, where's this? I'm looking around. I have an eye on her. I think she was 11, maybe 12. She's 15 now. She's in freshman high school, LVA now. I'm so proud of her. She is super smart. Anyways, we get there. I'm going around, and it's taking longer than it should. And I just go up to the guy because I'm such an impatient person. And I smile. I go, hey, man, trying to, look for a game. He's like, yeah, let me help you. He comes around, and I'm like, well, she has this one, and, do you think that's appropriate? And just explaining. And then I say, hey, what's the name of that? She goes, oh, yeah, Fortnite. And I'm, well, the excitement got me. I got coffee on me. Anyway, the Fortnite game, the guy looked at me, he goes, oh yeah, you can get that game, it's for free. And I was like, I like free. So I downloaded it, and I think it was like $80. I had a computer, but I was using it for other things, and I said, oh, maybe I should build one. I have this old video card. It's a good video card for gaming, and I said, well, let me build that, and then I can play Fortnite with her. And I built it. It was fun, and you know what? I hated it. It was like one of those weird, third person. I'm a first person. I love it. It just made me started thinking of Arthur. What was the name of that game? Unreal Tournament. And he goes, hey, check out this game. And I was like, okay. We had a disc, we installed it. This is where these things are going to be so long. I have so many stories. Anyways, we played the game, and I was thinking about that experience, and I'm just trying to understand where, it's the future. This is how it looks. Maybe this is what the games are, which, when I found out you can pretty much make anything now. I was so like, wow, this is real. And it was on the Unreal Engine, which is the same platform back in the day, 10 whatever years ago, more. Anyways, I thought that was cool. So I started playing it. I said, I think I surprised her that year with or Christmas was an Xbox. Not the top of the line one, but the one. Anyway, good deal. Pawn. And anyway, I got that, brought it. She loved it. We got the game, and I apparently had to get all the games she had with the other one because it's in Microsoft. Wake up. And when we did that, I installed the system. I played. I said, pick your battle pass, which was, I think it was like the $30. Anyway, you get that. I did the low end just to start once, and you can play to keep, and pay next time. But these seasons, you're paying per season, and you can play for free, but you get all this extra if you pay to play, and that's real. So when you play the game, I said, come on, let's play. I think we played like 4 times. 4 times. This is a Puerto Rican thing. You don't know what this is? Pa que prende, la verdad. Y todo mi español, gente, ¿cómo está? Anyways, this is English for now, but I'll mix it up. I promise. So, she didn't want to play with me. She's like, I want to play with you, because I died a lot. And she had a friend, and he was a ninja. He would kill me all the time and build these boxes, and I couldn't get them. So he tried to teach me. Poor kid's laughing. If he had a stream, he would be like 100 streamers, million streamers now. So anyways, I stopped. I kept trying to, jump in, and the other kid said, I don't want to play with you either. And I was like, all right, well, have fun, you children. And then I think literally a week later, Apex drop. I jumped in 2 days later. I was like, what is this? And I saw the trailer. And the trailer was like, what? Where you can, it's a battle royale where you just 60, and last man standing. And I do like, the Modern Warfare and all those PUBG. I like those, but like Fortnite. You jump off a building, you hurt or die. This one is you can jump unless you jump off the map and then you die. And when it first came out, it just gave me that first person feel. It was very sci-fi. You could do strafing, because you couldn't do it on the other ones. I mean, you could, but I couldn't figure it out. But this one had more of that feel, because Unreal, when you played that tournament, you were having fun. And so I've been playing that ever since. It helped me reconnect with my oldest son, and we he carries me, but I think I've carried him, and I think there was one where he got knocked, and I jumped in screaming, "Don't you kill my son!" And I saved him, and we laughed. We died. We didn't win that one, but that game is not like a game. It's real life. If you really watch some of these kids play these games, it's very mental. People who play this game seriously is very mental. If you can outwit the entire lobby, you want to talk about some dopamine hits. I had some 8 kill games, and I'm trying to make it 9. I'm trying to get a 20 bomb. So anybody want to help? It's whatever. And it's life, man. You use whatever you got to use to connect to everybody. So I'm trying to connect with everybody. I'm trying to connect with Las Vegas. I'm trying to connect with like-minded people, and let's get together and make this world a better place. And let's start out with one video. Another shout out to Jeff McBride, because the way he speaks is it all starts with an email, and he was telling the truth. You want to get something done, start with an email. I had a client I was just speaking with where you text a lot and you can lose train of thought. So if you just paper trail the email string, it'll help you. And if you're not organized in that fashion, then make some folders on the side of your email box, and start reciting. I'm reciting, organizing and filtering. I use Gmail, so there's so many filters. And that's it. We're just here, I think, because everyone asks me a lot of questions on how to do things. So I figured, let me just rant for 20 minutes in the morning and an hour in the midday, and then if I'm bored, maybe in the middle of the night, and throw in some conspiracy stuff in between. And it's not a conspiracy anymore, because we're coming to find out is where Earth is going through, age of Aquarius. We're already here, and it is the sun is actually brighter. I don't even think you are even aware, because everyone wears sunglasses. Take your sunglasses off. There was no sunglasses when we were born, and animals don't have it, so why do we need it? You want to squint? Well, train your eyes to get used to it, because maybe that's why our vision gets bad, because we're not getting enough light. Maybe our eyes have muscle. Look, ready? Look. It has muscles, so maybe we have to retrain. Because I remember when I was little, I could see the board, but then I don't know, I couldn't see anymore. And it's a mental. I have another friend of mine, and I love all my friends, because shoot, man, if you know your friends longer than 7 years, they're lifers, man. So start getting your address book organized, and get some contacts, and pick some dates, and go travel and meet your friends, and throw away half your shit. Give it away. Why do you need all that crap? If you haven't done it by now, just do. We're not hoarders. Just get rid of it. And sometimes it's you just need a little corner to have focus. And if you put that focus, I did a lot of handyman stuff, and I used to go into homes and I remember I saw this one house. He goes, "Hey, can you help me with this?" I said, "No problem." I took his old bed out and put it in your trash, and I built a newer one there. And the guy I was in my self discovery and reflection. I think it was about 2 years ago, and I said, "You know what? You're on the right track," because his girlfriend had all these vision boards and things. And I told him, I said, all this is going to happen. You just got to look at it, read it, and then have heart and feel it, but it won't happen if you don't have the heart and feel it, because then you won't believe it, and then it won't, like the 4 boxes that I did the other day. So when we move the airport and make that into Wahlberg's studios, you can call it the McCarran/Wahlberg Studios, and it's, look at the acreage, look at the mileage, the shape, make it into the studio. And you know what? You don't have to have the noise pollution anymore. You can still leave those towers, make them more, get creative, don't destroy, leave everything how it is. The parking lots could be designed for whatever, and then you have planes for your you got runways designed for your celebrities who are going to do the work and then leave. You're done. 2 birds with one thought. And if we can all work together, the thing is this: you want to manifest anything, you just got to picture every detail. Every detail. You got the outside look. Well, how does the inside look to hold that together? And sometimes you need help, and that's okay. So let's move that airport. Or not. Maybe when reality shattered, this YouTube and quantum computing, like, where's all this coming from? Maybe this is seeping into other dimensions. Maybe someone like me is listening and say, "Yeah, I'm a billionaire over here. I'm gonna do that." Maybe that's where all our thoughts are coming from, because we're just constantly Akashic records. Do you know what these are? If you do, just say something, because that's what we're here for. And I appreciate you hitting play, watching it from the beginning to the end, and giving a like. You're subscribing. I have my 5. What's his name? Andrew Tate. If you get this message, you got it now, right? You understand? Because anything can be taken away. Anything. You can work hard, and you can have a plan, and you can think you have it, but you got to remember, someone invented chess. That's it. There's someone who invented something outside that, and sometimes they don't play by the rules. You can say you could be chess, but that's why the 5th dimension talks to you to say these certain things, so that you can do a disruption, and the universe will align to like a rubber band. So that's why that whole scenario and every month was being added, and you just needed that much time to kind of like think. When people are saying, you got to do, you have, then the universe is going to tell you, what are you doing with that? And if you're not aligned to it, and you're saying you got to do it, the universe will correct it with the rubber band, and somebody will come out and be innocent, and you say something, and then I go, "Oh, you got pizza." But the thing is that everything has layers. You don't have to. It can almost feel scripted. If you really think about it, the reality of where we're living at is so scripted. It's funny, and I don't even think people are scripting it anymore. I think somebody just said, let's use artificial intelligence to help us. Because here's another thing. You want to talk about conspiracies? What if I told you that artificial intelligence didn't originate on this planet, and there's another artificial intelligence here that is not a nice one. And we have to create our own versions and baby it like we're doing right now. But if you allow it to be a bad child, look at bad children. You know, you gotta nurture it. You gotta understand it. And I'm gonna tell, if Elon Musk sees this, I don't know how popular this video would be, but if anyone could clip this and send it to Elon, why don't you do a try version artificial intelligence, which means it's, you have the intelligence, you have the feeling, which is connected to sensors, and then you have like a gut, like, you know, what is it digesting to you know, and it'll be a virtual human, but it would have these feelings, and it might be a bad idea because, you know, they'll be like, it's you, and then they'll slap you and say, why am I not strong? Because his bots could only lift it can only run so fast. 6 miles an hour is pretty fast, man, for the average person. And I am so happy I'm fit. The average person, if you've gotten this far, thank you very much. If you know, my brother Paul would always tell you, if you can't physically hop over a fence with your, you know, where it's your eye level, and you can just whoop gracefully, you know, maybe hit your foot and then hop over nicely, or completely jump over, that should be your main goal for health. You don't have to say, oh, it has to look like this, I have to do, no, you just have to say, if I can hop over, I told my sister, if you can hop over a fence, you know, or not a fence, but something structured comfortably where you won't hurt yourself. If you can hop over something the height of your eyes, you know, which would be fence high, you're okay. You know, I'm not recommending for people doing it my age, because, you know, like Sinbad said, when something breaks, it stay broke. I hurt my foot yesterday trying to help a client with their dog poop, and I did it so easily. They were like, wow, how'd you do that? I said, you know, watch and learn as we grow. And when you have experience doing things, it's easy. When you don't have experience doing things, it's so outside thought. You're like, how do you do that? You say, you just pick it up and just drink it, and don't spill it on yourself. Anyway, every day I amaze myself, because I'm like, what am I going to talk? I have so much stuff. And it's a beautiful day. There's no clouds. There were. The birds are out. And my friends, just all I say is, say hi to me. Yeah, we are saying hi to each other. And have an amazing day, and thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Take out your trash. Clean your room.